Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today, I wanted to talk about the shift that is happening right before our very eyes away from physical media. As technology changes over time, of course, the way that we consume media changes as well. The real big shift that we see towards digital media really happened around the time of 2010, 11, when we started really seeing mobile data go from 3G to 4G. During that 3G era, yes, we were browsing the internet, but we weren't consuming and live streaming things from our phones. I find myself thinking about the implications of how digital media is going to really be impacted by the deletion of physical media. Like, yes, with the advent of physical locations to rent or buy movies, those are gone. Walk into a Best Buy nowadays. There are no movies, there are no CDs. Companies like Disney and Amazon want you to just download everything. You can access the content instantly from anywhere with an internet connection, right? Only unless the company says so, though. Because at the end of the day, you're not buying the media itself. You are not buying the file. You are buying a license to view the file. The shift away from physical media to digital and streaming platforms is going to have a significant impact on how media is consumed and what we are consuming. The ease of access to digital media has led to an increase in overall consumption. Consumers can now watch, listen to, or read content whenever and wherever they are, leading to a rise in binge watching and other forms of media consumption. The thing that really sold everybody down the river, though, is digital media is often cheaper than physical media, as there's no manufacturing and very little distribution cost when it comes to servers and things like that. This has led to media being more affordable and more widely distributed, leading to a democratization of media consumption. You can watch, listen to, read whatever you want. The biggest problem with this is you are just subscribing to that content rather than owning it. You, as a consumer, have less control over the media library, and you rely more on the streaming service or other digital platform to keep that data intact and also not screw you over in the process. In the late 90s, it was common practice in a lot of circles to just pirate everything. I remember changing the channel on the TV and watching the numbers change on the computer, and then the TV channel would change. And that was because we were stealing the content. Nowadays, I just go onto a website and hit play. The companies saw what the people were doing and said, we can monetize that. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. They will say that they're doing this in the name of the environment. The shift away from physical media, they'll say it has a positive impact on the environment. The production and disposal of physical media such as CDs and DVDs and books generates a significant amount of waste and carbon emissions. We need to transition to digital media so the environment can heal. What a load of crap, bro. We are quite literally before our eyes being transitioned into an era of owning nothing and being happy about it. You see, there is no owning media anymore. You're just renting it from a corporation. There is a cool trend in the UK. CDs are continuing to outsell vinyls. And when we're talking about vinyl has indeed been experiencing a resurgence in recent years. In fact, in 2023, vinyl record sales surpassed CDs for the first time in 35 years. It's a quite remarkable comeback considering that vinyl sales have been declining since the 1980s due to the rise of CDs and of other digital music formats. Now, one of the reasons for this resurgence is the growing interest of younger generations in physical music formats. Many people in Gen Z appreciate the tangible experience of owning a vinyl record and the unique sound quality that comes with it. Additionally, the recent increase in popularity of independent record stores and the rise of music streaming services also contributed to the vinyl comeback. You'll see a music artist on Spotify, and you click into them, and now you can buy a vinyl from Spotify directly from that artist. However, it is important to note that vinyl sales are on the rise. They still only make up a small percentage of overall music sales. The majority of music consumption still occurs through digital platforms. Nevertheless, The final comeback is a fascinating trend. I believe it highlights the enduring appeal of physical music formats in the digital age. I don't think we're ever going to get away from it. At least I hope not. So this debate between physical media and digital media has been going on for years. There are valid arguments for both sides. Ultimately, the answer really depends on the individual preference and priorities. Physical media offers a tangible experience with the ability to collect and display items for the potential quality in terms of audio and video. Like, that's very, very much there. Physical media provides a sense of ownership as well, as you physically possess the item and you can't have that taken away from you. On the other hand, a digital asset offers convenience and accessibility, as you can access your content from any device with an internet connection. Digital media also has the potential for a wider selection of content, as there's no technical physical storage limitations. Ultimately, the debate between physical media and digital media really does come down to preference. That preference really ends up being whether or not you like getting screwed over. Because the things you own, physically, they're tangible. They're there. They're on this bookshelf. I mean, I probably shouldn't be knocking stuff down, but hey, you get the point. The thing is there. It's yours. As long as nobody breaks into your house and takes it from you, it's not going anywhere. Whereas if you're not using something like Plex that is a digital media container or something of the nature, if you're just using these native streaming services like Amazon Prime or Disney Plus, content will just disappear and you won't be able to do anything about it. Now, if we go back in history a little bit, there was two different competing formats for video. High quality, high density. It was HD, DVD, and Blu-ray. One was headed by Microsoft. The other was headed by Sony. Blu-ray ended up winning because something leaked internally from Microsoft. That Microsoft had only started this format war in hopes of removing physical discs in favor of digital content that you can never own. So rightly so, studios in Hollywood got pissed. They switched over to Blu-ray. Warner Brothers dropped HD DVD entirely because, as it turns out, it was riddled with DRM that filled the disc even further, and it had less space and was less durable. Whereas Blu-ray was virtually scratch-proof in the beginning, held up to 25 gigs per disc, and now the 4K Blu-rays will hold close to 100 gigabytes. So there was the technology factor that HD DVD was clearly an inferior product, but it was also the technology side of the company behind it trying to screw everybody over. Luckily, there were a few people in a couple different companies that were so sensible, instead of taking a check from Microsoft and throwing their content on something that would ultimately piss off the customer, they went with the objectively superior and still being used today Blu-ray. And I just want to leave with this. This is a direct quote from Microsoft's PR department. They said, "We do not believe the recent reports about HD DVD. We do not believe that they will have any material impact on the Xbox 360 platform or our position in the marketplace. As we've long stated, it is games that sell consoles, and Xbox 360 continues to have the largest next-gen games library, with the most exclusives and the best-selling games in the industry. We wait to hear from Toshiba before announcing any specific plans around the Xbox 360 HD DVD player. HD DVD is one of the several ways we offer high-definition experiences to our customers, and we will continue to give customers the choice to enjoy digital distribution." So at the end of the day, they didn't care whether it failed or whether it succeeded. They were trying to push their customer base into something completely different. But yeah, that's about it, guys. This is Warm Sponge, just hoping that we can still see discs soon. Peace.